You're on the moon. Now here's the big question. Could you survive there for an entire year? First things first, air. You need oxygen to survive, but the moon's atmosphere is, well, basically non-existent. The moon doesn't have breathable air, just a thin layer of gases like helium and argon. If you tried to breathe, you'd suffocate in seconds. So you'd need to bring a lot of oxygen tanks, or better yet, a life support system that recycles air. NASA's already working on ways to extract oxygen from lunar soil. Yep, the moon's dusty surface, called regolith, has oxygen locked inside it. Cool, huh? Okay, now let's talk about food. There are no farms, no grocery stores, not even a single vending machine on the moon. You'd have to bring enough food to last a year, or grow your own using something like hydroponics, fancy systems that let plants grow without soil. But plants need sunlight, and the moon isn't exactly plant-friendly. A single day on the moon lasts about 29 Earth days, which means 2 weeks of nonstop sunlight, followed by 2 weeks of pitch black darkness. Good luck trying to keep your lettuce alive. Scientists think underground greenhouses might work someday, but for now, you're probably stuck eating vacuum-sealed astronaut food. Hope you like powdered spaghetti and freeze-dried ice cream. Temperature on the moon is another problem. It's extreme. During the day, it gets as hot as 127 degrees Celsius, 260 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to boil water. And at night, it plunges to minus 173 degrees Celsius, minus 280 degrees Fahrenheit. Colder than anywhere on Earth, so you'd need a super insulated lunar base to keep you cozy. What about water? You can't survive without it. And unfortunately, the moon isn't exactly overflowing with rivers or lakes, but there is hope. Scientists have discovered ice in craters near the moon's poles. If you could melt and purify that ice, you'd have enough water to drink, cook, and even make rocket fuel. The only problem? Those craters are permanently shadowed and very cold. So getting that ice won't be easy. For now, you'd need to bring water from Earth or rely on advanced recycling systems, kind of like how astronauts on the International Space Station recycle their pee. Yeah, you'd be drinking filtered pee water. The moon's gravity is 6 times weaker than Earth's. You'd be able to jump super high, about 3 meters or 10 feet in the air. But after a while, the low gravity would start messing with your body. Your muscles would shrink, your bones would get weaker, and your heart wouldn't have to work as hard. By the time you return to Earth, you'd be like a limp noodle. Astronauts combat this by exercising for hours every day in space. So get ready to spend a lot of time on a treadmill. Oh, and let's not forget, the moon isn't exactly safe. Without an atmosphere, you'd be exposed to dangerous levels of radiation from the sun. That's like getting a super intense sunburn on the inside of your body. To survive, you'd need to live in a shelter with thick walls, maybe even buried underground to block the radiation. Oh, and watch out for moonquakes. So, could you survive a year on the moon? Technically, yes, if you had enough technology, resources, and a lot of determination.